Hello guys, and welcome back to the Axon Files. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to create a really cool program to solve any sphere you have. As always, be sure to check the key press history down here if you get lost, or feel free to pause the video and catch up. So I'm going to be executing the program right now. I'm going to be showing you how to program this. So let's execute it. Here it asks you if you want to calculate the volume, surface area, or radius. Let's go with the volume. So let me input the radius as 10, and it'll show the volume as 4,188. Now you can also calculate, of course, the surface area or the radius. For the radius, you have to input the volume. So let's do that. We got 4,188 over there, so it will show the radius as approximately 10. Okay, let me show you how to program this now. Okay, so we'll start off by going to Program and scrolling over and hitting New. Let's name our program Spheres, or you can name it Sphere or whatever you'd like. S, okay. So enter, and what we start off with is clicking Program and then scrolling over and clicking 8 for clear home. This will clear the home screen before it executes the program. Then we click enter, go to program again, and scroll down, and here we have menu. Let's click menu, and in parentheses we will have calculate. This is what it's going to display at the top of the screen. Calculate. And then comma, comma, and then we can put volume. So let's put volume in, VOLUME, and then quotation marks again, and then comma again, and then we end this with a 1 and then comma again. So we go back to quotation marks, and then our second one is going to be surface area. So surface area, SURFACEAREA. Okay, so we do the same thing, except this time we put a 2 in. And then for the last function that our calculator is going to do, we can put radius, RADIUS, and then we end this with the quotation marks, comma, 3, and then we can end the parentheses. Okay. So then click enter and go back to program, and then we see the label here. Click this 9, it stands for label 1. So this is we're gonna put in the program to calculate the volume here. So let's type in 1, click enter. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna ask the user for input by clicking program and then scrolling over to the I/O and then pressing 1. It's the very first one. Input, and then of course we put in our quotation marks. Input the radius of the sphere, RADIUS, and then we have to put a space and then a colon. Then we can end the parentheses, then comma, and we can store this the radius as, let's say, A. Okay, so then we do the operation with A. The formula for a sphere is obviously 4/3 pi r cubed, right? So in parentheses, 4 divided by 3, 4/3, and then pi times, in this case, A cubed, which is the radius cubed. So A cubed. Let's store this operation as B. Okay, then we can go click program and then scroll over, press 3 for disp, and display the volume, right? So type in volume, VOLUME, colon, and parentheses, or quotation marks, and then we click enter and go to program again, scroll over, hit 3 again, and then this time we can display B, and this will display the volume. Next, what we have to do is we have to click program again, then go all the way down to G and enter, and this will stop label 1, and then we can move on to our second label, which is figuring out the surface area. So the formula for surface area is 4 pi r squared. Okay, so let's do that now. Program 9 label and then put in a 2, and this will be our surface area 1. And then again, we can basically do what we did in the first label, and that is ask the user for input. So 1 input, and then parentheses, or not parentheses, quotation mark, radius again. We have to ask for the radius again. Radius, and then click space, and then add a colon, and then end it with quotation marks. Now we have to put a comma, and then let's store this the radius this time as C. So C, and then basically what we're going to do is we're going to perform the operation 4 pi r squared. So 4 pi, and then in this case C squared. C squared. Let's store this as D. Okay, now we will go to program, scroll over, hit 3 for disp or display, and then hit the quotation marks, and then we're this time displaying the surface area, right? So let's type in surface area. Surface area. Okay, and then the colon, quotation marks, and then we click enter, scroll over, 3 for display, and then we display D. So this will display the surface area. So what we have to do now is click enter, go to program, scroll down, and click stop, and this stops this. Click enter again, click program again, click 9 for label, and then click 3. This time we're deriving the radius from the volume. Okay, so next we click enter, obviously, and then we ask the user for input, just like we did before. So input, and then quotation marks, and this time we're asking for the volume of the sphere. So let's put that in, volume, space, colon, and quotation marks, then store this as comma. Let's store it as the variable E. Okay, so actually what I've done is I've basically derived the formula and to get the radius from the volume. Turns out it's the cube root of 3e divided by 4 pi. So let's input that into our calculator. So to get cube root, we have to click math and click this 4 over here. So 4, that's cube root, and let's add parentheses and do 3 times e and parentheses divided by, start parentheses again, 4 times pi, and click parentheses, end the parentheses. Okay, this time we'll store this entire operation as the variable f. Okay, now what we have to do is click program, go over 3, which is display, and then we'll display radius. So R-A-D-I-U-S. Okay, radius colon radius, right? So then we can just do disp, scroll over disp, and basically we're just displaying the variable f. Then, well, like we did in the previous labels, let's click enter, program, scroll down again, and click stop. This is the program. So now let's test it out. You can click second and then mode, or and that quits. So then click program, execute, and we named it spheres, right? So this is our new program, so 2. And basically let's calculate the volume first. Let's say the radius is 5. The volume is 523.59. Okay, let's do this time. Let's do the radius. So the volume was 523.59, right? So let's input that as the volume, 523.59, and it shows 4.999, or we could round that up to 5. So our program is accurate. We can also calculate the surface area. So click enter, 2, and then let's say the radius this time, how about 7? It shows the surface area as 615, and I've included a check up here. Thank you for watching this Axon Files video, and be sure to like and subscribe, and be sure to watch also our previous videos. Goodbye for now.